It is absolutely no secret that I love Timex. I collect Timex, so I have a collection of vintage Timex and of course modern Timex. Today's watch is a new diver from the brand. Technically not new, it came out last year. However, they are adding a bracelet to the package and it completely changes this watch. It's in full titanium. You're getting a titanium case and titanium bracelet. It's at a price, considering what you're getting, I think it's pretty incredible. Let's flip the camera and take a look at the Water Reef 200 in full titanium. I've said this a number of times on my channel, but if you're not paying attention to what Timex are doing, you need to start paying attention because they are giving you some incredible watches for the price. They've come out with some really cool watches in their Atelier collection. Those are more expensive. They came out with a dive watch that is $1,050 and you cannot buy it because it is never in stock. I've been trying to buy one. I really want that watch in my collection. I think it looks cool. I really love the bezel. I love the design and I love the bracelet, but it keeps selling out. They recently came out with another amazing watch, an amazing value, a better value, I would say, than that $1,000 Swiss-made diver. And it's this watch. This is their Water Reef 200. It came out sometime last year, but now they're offering it on a bracelet. And this is somewhat of a game changer because, number one, it looks really good on a bracelet. Obviously, we all want our dive watches on a bracelet. You're getting a case, a bezel insert, case back, crown, bracelet in all titanium. They've made some changes to it as well. There's a little bit more lume in my opinion. We'll do a lume shot towards the end of the video. That was probably my only complaint. I think the hands didn't have a ton of lume when I featured this watch on my channel last year. This one gets more lume. You get that Cyclops at the 3 o'clock. That's a love it or hate it for a lot of people. But what I really like about this dial and this setup is that you are getting a very straightforward black dial with solid blocks of lume. Now, I don't think it's Super-Luminova. It's probably some sort of proprietary mixture that they're using on this dial, but it is solid blocks of lume or blocks that are painted with lume. But either way, there's a lot of surface area and a lot of lume applied to them, so they do glow really well. You also have these really nice skeletonized hands. They are very distinct. They aren't like what you see on other watches, so it's something that's somewhat custom. And then you have a white seconds hand, and that does have a pip in it, so you could see that your watch is working in the dark. You have a 62 Mas style case. Now, I use 62 Mas style because during the 1970s and late 60s, there were a lot of dive watches that looked like this. So this is not an homage to the 62 Mas. This is an homage to 1970s divers, in my opinion. And I think they did a really good job with this because you have that bezel that's in titanium. You also have that bezel insert that is in titanium, and everything on that bezel is lume. So we will do a lume shot and you will see that the lume is pretty good on this watch. And you also get very good bezel action considering that the whole thing is made out of titanium. Let's listen to that. For a titanium watch, that is pretty good. Everything lines up and you have a little pip in that bezel. There's a triangle and a pip in the bezel. You have a screwed in crown, like I was saying, and there's always a little detail on these dive watches in particular. They have a little red arrow pointing in the direction that you need to screw in your crown. Obviously, you know what direction to use, but it's a little cool. It's a little bit something that they're adding to it, and they're doing that for all the Water Reef. I like that. I think it looks very good. You can see this is somewhat of a slab-sided diver. And the entire watch, there's no polishing anywhere on the watch. This is a tool watch. That's what they were going for, and I think they really achieved that. You have a screwed-in case back, 200 meters of water resistance, and then the bracelet. The bracelet is very similar to what you got from the James brand edition. And how do I know that? Well, the watch on my wrist. I'll show you that in just a few seconds. It's not the James brand, but it is their GMT. It's the Expedition North GMT with the Seiko movement, and it has pretty much the same bracelet with different end links. And I think it's a great bracelet. This is an eye-link bracelet. That's what I would call it. You, of course, have pin and collar. It's like, I think it's actually friction pins. But with that being said, once you get it sized, it fits really well. It's a really comfortable bracelet, and it's made out of titanium. The only thing I would say is not a dive bracelet. Because it is made out of titanium, I think they went with a butterfly clasp rather than putting a clasp on here that's made out of stainless steel or titanium, because titanium would obviously drive up the price dramatically. Underneath that sapphire crystal, you do have that black dial. It says Timex at the top of the dial, right below the 12 o'clock index. Right below that, it says deep water. At the 6 o'clock position, you have the deep water reef logo. That's a scuba diving symbol, I believe. And then right below that, it says automatic titanium 200 meters, not in that order, but that's what it says on the dial. So there's a little bit of text. So if you don't like a lot of text, there is a good amount of text on this dial, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. The watch is about 13 millimeters thick, and it's around a 41 millimeter watch. I measured just a hair over 41 millimeters at the bezel, but it's around 40.5 at the case. So it looks a little bit bigger than it wears because of that. And then the lug to lug is around 49 millimeters. On my wrist is my all titanium GMT from Timex. So it does not come like this from Timex. This is the James brand bracelet from the James brand edition that I own as well. That's a grade 5 titanium bracelet. And then this is the Expedition North GMT that is powered by the Seiko NH34. So this is not a true GMT like the James brand. It is a collar GMT, or a military GMT is what I like to call it. But I think this is a really good looking watch. I think both of these watches are really good looking, and they did a great job. And there is the Deep Water Reef 200 on my 7.5 inch wrist. Like I was saying, this is a 41 millimeter watch with a 13.23 millimeter thickness. And then you have a lug to lug of around 49 millimeters. This is in titanium. I think it looks really good on my 7.5 inch wrist. When I move it around, 200 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal, titanium case, and bracelet. Just a lot going into this watch for the price. We'll talk about price in just a second. Let me show you the Lume really quickly. Okay, you can see what I'm talking about here. The Lume is impressive. There is a lot of Lume on those indices and the hands, and there is Lume on the second hand. But the bezel is also fully lumed. This is not typical for a Timex. You're getting all the bells and whistles, plus it's an all titanium with a sapphire crystal. This is pretty impressive, and I have to say, it could be the best value Timex currently on their website. The GMT is a really good value, but you can't get a bracelet with that. This is definitely their best value on their website, hands down. This is Microbrand pricing, but you're getting it from Timex, who in my opinion, a heritage brand. I think that's really cool. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. This is an automatic. I didn't even mention that the entire video, but this is an automatic, and it's powered by an 8 series Miyota movement. I think it's the 8215. If I'm wrong about that, I'll put it down in the description. Obviously, since it's an automatic and it's a Miyota automatic, it's an affordable version of a Miyota movement. So you're getting a pretty reliable workhorse movement inside. I really think this cannot be beat currently from Timex. There is nothing that they're making that can beat this. And I think on the grander scale, this is a very good competitor for a lot of micro brands out there. Price on this is $679. That is an excellent price considering what you are getting here, in my opinion. I know there are going to be people in the comments that tell me I'm wrong, but I think that's a really good price. And currently, this, in my opinion, is the best Timex that they are making. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. I want to hear from you guys. Please tell me what you think of this watch. Please tell me what you think of this watch on a bracelet. Tell me what you think about that $1,050 Atelier that they came out with a watch that I am trying to buy because I really want to have that in my collection. Tell me what you think of that watch down in the comment section below. Do you want to see a review of that watch when I buy it? Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I will add a link to this watch down in the description below. They also came out with this in an orange dial that looks fantastic as well. I want to own that one too. But, you know, I can't buy them all. Tell me what you think down in the comment section below. I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next video.